Hey y'all, your internet sister is burned out. So I realized I haven't been posting as consistently or heartily on any of my platforms for about the past month. And I'm not sure why I didn't notice it beforehand, but I feel like every year around this time, I'm always like, ugh, like blah. I'm always tired. My brain is fried this time of year, every year. And if I think back to like my corporate journey, for the 10 years that I worked in corporate America, I worked in the insurance industry. And if you know anything about insurance, open enrollment is like the least wonderful time of the year. For us, there would always be, of course, a big ramp into that from like late spring, early summer into October. But that October through almost February period, dealing with open enrollment and then the aftermath of open enrollment, it's an undescribable level of stress. Not to mention the holidays, going through what holidays? Thanksgiving, Christmas, getting through New Year's and family and all the moving parts there. It's just always a lot. And now that I don't work in corporate, things are different, but it's like my mind and my body are still on that same pattern of ebb and flow. I've been gone from my last corporate job for 2 years, and I've noticed the past 2 years around this time of year, I always feel kind of blah. My brain is fried. I am so sleepy, I can't even hold my eyes open right now, but I've gotten a full night's rest. And one thing I'm really grateful for at this juncture is the ability not just to recognize, hey, I'm burned out, but to give myself permission to get off the train, which is what I am here to kind of talk about today. So I don't know, or maybe I do know what it is, but there's such pressure on women to go, go, go. Whether it's career, go, 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 having to work twice as hard and be twice as good, or 3 times as hard and 3 times as good to get ahead, to make a good living, or at home, making sure that no balls are dropped, that every dish is washed, every towel or sheet is folded, every bill paid, every meal cooked. Expected to be all things to all people all the time. And sometimes we hear it out loud from people who mean well. And sometimes we just have that internalized voice inside our head that it's not okay to slow down. I know I hear that voice all the time. I always hear the voice saying, if I don't do it, it won't get done, or if I don't do it, the world will fall apart. And I'm trying to undo that mode of thinking, to first understand that if I don't do it, it might get done. But if I don't do it and it doesn't get done, that's still okay. And to give myself the grace and the permission and the latitude to recognize you're burnt out, you're not operating efficiently, you're not operating effectively, and perhaps if you just step back and relax, relate, release for a second, then you can come back stronger than what you are. And again, I feel sad in a way that that's almost privilege. But I think it's also a right that we all should claim in some way, shape, or form, even if it's something small. In my planner, when I lay out my week, I try to do a brain dump of all the things that need to be done and when they have to be done, and then go into that list and scratch off things that aren't necessary, aren't reasonable, can be rolled over to another day, to kind of give myself permission just to not worry about that, to recognize that I'm a human being with only so many hours in a day, and so much energy, and so many hands, and so much help, and that it is okay for me to not put superhuman expectations on myself. Now, that doesn't mean to lower my beliefs in myself and what I can accomplish, but it does mean being kinder to myself about getting there, and being kinder to myself about the process and the path and the non-linear journey toward that end result. So I know that a lot of times stress will show up, you know, in your attitude. Stress can show up in your mind. It can even show up in your body. I've never really talked about this on this channel, but my last 2 jobs, I knew I was burnt out. I knew I was stressed out and it was time to go, because I started losing my hair. Like, my nervous tick is actually, I'll sit there and like pull on my hair to the point where I'm like breaking it off. So there's a little short spot right here in my hair that I have pulled and grown back. I have cut my hair short like twice to tackle that and grown it back. And I've noticed that I've been catching myself pulling on this hair more often than I have in the past. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna keep posting when I can. I'm gonna keep dropping videos when I can, and give myself the opportunity to basically catch my mental breath, to re-strategize, to organize and get my arms around the things that are going on in my life, and go from there and be okay with that. So as much as I can, I will share parts of my journey. If I can't get to it, y'all bear with me. But I would say this to anybody out there that's struggling with a case of the go-go-goes. If that is your MO and you're doing okay and you're legit happy, go for it. But if you find yourself at a place where you're not operating at 100% and it's not serving you, I am giving you permission to take a break. Please, 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 please take those vacation days. I'm begging you to go ahead and take them. A lot of y'all are at the end of the year and you're probably in the use it or lose it period. Please take those days, because if you don't give yourself the break now, your body and your mind are gonna force you to take that break later. And I promise you that I know if you're working for somebody, they will be all right. I promise you. And if you're working for yourself, it's doubly important that you take care of yourself the best you can, because you're all you have. And if you are broken and struggling and you're saying everybody's counting on me, then how can they count on you when you can't offer them the best of yourself? It's like an empty cup trying to pour into another vessel. So y'all hold me to it, and I'll hold you to it too. We're gonna have a great fall, a great holiday season, a time of recuperation going through to the new year. And we're going to continue to make self-care in all of its forms a practice. We're gonna make it a practice. It's gonna be an act of gratitude for what we have and the abilities that we have to do. And it's gonna be regular. It's not gonna be a wait until we're burned out and too stressed to enjoy ourselves. We're going to take time to love on ourselves and just honor our well-being all the time. So with that being said, I'll see y'all soon for something, I'm pretty sure. But in the meantime, do what you love what you do, but don't feel guilty for not being able to do it all. And I will see y'all soon on the next one, whenever that may be.